You're in. Come on.
All right. Now, I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure that they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Rise and grind from this damp, moist South Jersey weather. I'm off today, off to the gym. Yes, wet, it's fine. Not every day can be. We're not in the middle of the hot summer. I will say, it feels like time is flying. I just opened the pool. Haven't really been in the pool much because it's been cold. You know, I need to get a heater on the pool. I hate that because once it gets hot, it's going to be 90. Then I'm like, you want it cool. I got the jacuzzi for that. So, no heater going in. I got the solar blanket, but that's a pain in the ass. So, anyway, good morning, everybody. Today's a big day. Today's opening day for the football world, the NFL football world. Mandatory 3-day minicamp starting today. NFL teams report. Good news on the horizon. Good news here is Trayvon Diggs is back from Miami. Again, that's a bone of contention. We'll get into that. We will cover it. And Micah is there. He will not participate in any on-field workouts. But we got other news. TJ Watt is holding out for a contract. TJ Watt. I got a lot of my Eagles subscribers saying, Howie Vision, go make a move. I will tell you, Steelers fans, Steelers front office has already come out and said he is going nowhere, but that would be a move I would expect the Eagles to try and make. That would be a move that makes way more sense to me than a Hendrickson. TJ Watt, it's the real deal. Hendrickson is good. I don't know if he's a little older, but he's not as good. He's not as good. So, yeah, I mean, TJ Watt holding out, you know, what you're going to find is guys that are available, you know, TJ Watt, Dallas is not in the market for TJ Watt. I mean, listen, let's be honest. I don't think Dallas is in the market for anybody. You know, I made a video yesterday on Jair Alexander. I think that makes perfect sense, but we're going to see. Is Dallas operating really differently this year, Mark Combs? Is your boy, Stephen Jones, a.k.a. Catboy, is he acting really different? He's got an attitude lately because he's thinking we're supposed to bend over or kneel before Zod, that he did something special. That's what Stevie, look at what we've done. Yeah, it's not enough. What you've done is the opposite of what you've done last year, but the idea is to capitalize on moves that are there. Jair Alexander. Now, let me just tell you, do I believe Dallas is getting Jair? I do not. No. Definitely no. It's not because they shouldn't do it. They're going to say they got Kaiir Elam, a failed player in Buffalo who I like, but not in a position to have to rely on necessarily, if you know what I mean. Upside, but couch it with have a fallback with a veteran. I was thinking Gilmore or a Ramsey. Ramsey you have to trade for. Or do you have to trade for Jalen Ramsey? Do you think for 1 minute that the availability of Jair Alexander, who is a better player than said Jalen Ramsey, why the hell would we trade for Jalen Ramsey when we could just pay a little extra money? And let's face it, money is not an issue for the Cowboys or the Eagles, really. If you want a player like Alexander, it's only going to be a 1-year deal. It's going to be a 1-year deal. Possibly fully guaranteed, maybe guaranteed fully, or it's not going to be that much money. He has to prove he can stay healthy. He has missed a bunch of games over the last 3 years. He had the season ender 2 years ago. I think he missed 5 games last year. He missed like 12 games like 3 years ago. Again, it comes with risk, but it's only money risk, not draft capital risk. Jalen Ramsey, look to Jalen Ramsey to get not what they think. Maybe a 5th rounder from a team who knows him like the Rams. I don't think so. I think the Rams are going to be like, okay, we'll give you a 6 that could turn into a 5. Something like that. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. So the availability of Jair Alexander totally opens up the Jalen Ramsey market to the stock is falling for the draft capital that they're going to get. That's just a fact. It's the law of supply and demand. What's the supply and what's the demand? He's not even the best corner on the market. All you got to do is pay money. Now, once Jair's gone, then the focus goes back to guys like Gilmore and Ramsey. But as we circle back, Vinny Hagan, it's day 1. Today will be day 1 of mandatory minicamp, 3-day minicamp. It's vital. And again, as I stated, Trayvon Diggs is there. Trayvon Diggs is flirting. I don't think he's going to meet it. I think this is going to be the first time ever if Dallas enforces the rule, and I believe they will. Dallas was not happy with Diggs 2 years ago when he decided to rehab in Miami and did a half-ass job in rehabbing 2 years ago. Yes, you did, Trayvon. You were not a professional, and it showed, and it probably cost last year, most of last year, that you were not the same. And because you didn't rehab properly, you had to have a second surgery this past off season. And what are you doing this year? You are rehabbing in Miami. And you will lose $500,000 if you don't meet if you do not meet the criteria of 87% of off-season workouts being in Frisco with the trainers. I believe that's it. Put in the comments that you will forfeit $500,000. They put the same language in Osa Odighizuwa's contract. They do it. Dallas is like, they put a lot of language in their contract to protect themselves, because not that they're not going to pay you, but they're a cheap organization. I know that sounds funny. I know Kid Cowboys is going to light me up, but you know what I'm saying. They really begrudgingly give you the money and make you sign your life away for it. Some would say Dak Prescott has an NDA in his contract. I don't know if that's true or false, but word is there is language that he's not allowed to come out and criticize the organization. I don't like that if it's true. Don't know if it's true. Let me just state that 100%. Rumor has it is true. But he got what he wanted. What does Dak really care, right? Dak, you know, no trade clause, $60 million a year, virtually all of it guaranteed. Virtually. It's nuts. But anyway, let's stay focused. So yes, big day for Dallas. They had their team dinner last night. We're getting excited. We are inside 90 days. We're down to low 80s. 80, see if Sunday was 88. 86 days, something like that from, I don't know, put in the comments. Am I way off? September 4th? Something like that. Mid 80s, low 80s. Before we play the Eagles, I was talking to Twiz the Jigger, and you know, Twiz, you know, like along with like a lot of other Eagle fans think that they're gonna blow us out. Now Twiz didn't say blowout, but Drew and Rob and a lot of those guys think that we're gonna get blown out. And what as this content creator for the Cowboys, I kind of like and I told Louis T this, I love what they're doing with the NFC East Super Friends. By no means am I trying to be the NFC East Super Friends. That would be great. But what I'm trying to do is incorporate Giants fans, Commanders fans, and obviously a lot of my subscribers are Eagle fans. And why do you say, well, why is there a lot of Eagle fans? Because I do keep it real, Lou Branch. I am a Dallas fan. And Philly 500 I was talking to, he's like, you Dallas fans living in South Jersey that love all the Philly sports teams but the Eagles are strange. I'm like, if you know my story, it's not strange. And again, one of these days I'll go through my pictures that I have buried away, showing you me crawling around in a Cowboys onesie back in the day, me being at the vet at the age of 9 years old at the Eagles championship game where Wilbert Montgomery broke my heart. Remember, I was a young kid when I saw Dallas lose in the Super Bowl 2 out of 3 years to the Steelers. So my first experience with the Cowboys has been devastation. Now, we were still making it that far, but I was too young to know deer in the headlights and all that. I was too young to know that, but I did know. I went my whole adolescent life. The 80s were horrible. The 80s were horrible for the Cowboys. Danny White took us to the championship game 4 times. We couldn't get over the hump. Shout out to Danny White. He did not have the team that the 90s or the 70s Cowboys had. He did not. Danny White was a hell of a quarterback. And not until I was 21 years old did we finally get over the hump. And then we got over the hump again. And then we got over the hump again. And then it's been a dry spell. I get it. It's been dry. But I've seen 5. So, I feel like a glutton, but I do think that this Cowboys team, no more excuses, working on the t-shirts, working on the logo, marinating it. No more excuses for this Cowboys team. We will have the t-shirt up on the website shortly. The road to 6 is real, and it's been a long and winding road. So, but I don't know. You let me know, because I'm getting a lot of people telling me in the chat regarding the Eagles and Jair Alexander that they want no part of him. They love Keely Ringo, and a lot of the experts locally are like, yeah, they're going to give Keely Ringo a shot, but they are not nowhere near 100% confident that he will be that guy, right? They are not. So a lot of the local sports writers are calling for them to go out and get a Jair Alexander. If you truly want to keep the window wide open, okay, and just go for it again, then go get yourself a Jair Alexander for 1 year. That's not going to cost you a lot. He's going to leave at the end of the year and get you a comp pick back. You're gaining picks, losing money for 1 year. If that's not Howie season, Howie vision, I don't know what is. But a lot of the fans want to go young, and I respect that. Dallas needs, and I agree with Drew, Dallas needs a Jair Alexander. Are they going to get him? No. I will be surprised if the Dallas Cowboys truly have changed and have seen the light. They will go make a move like that. It'd be like, well, we have this. We're counting on this and this, but is it going to work? That would be a move that they should do. They brought in Gilmore, kind of touch base, see where he was physically. I expect that to be the move, everybody. I know he's not what you think, but I like the move for Gilmore if that is the deal. If they don't get either, then that's messed up. If they don't get either, then they are really putting themselves behind the 8 ball, especially early in the season. There's a way. Hold your breath, Eagle fans. Close your ears. There's a way that Dallas gets to 5-2, possibly 6-2 out of the gate. There is a path. Not predicting it yet, but I'm looking at the schedule. It can happen. You can hold it, Cole. What movie? You can hold it, Cole. Let me know. Rubbins Racing. There you go. That's all the hints you're getting. But anyway, so that's it. Let me know what you think. A lot of hot topics out there. I'm going to keep it short. Getting to the gym now. We'll upload this. Rubbins Racing, Kyle. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. And don't forget, 2 o'clock Eastern today. Lunchtime chat coming from my mama's basement, a.k.a. the man cave. Today, 2 p.m. Be there. I want a lively, spirited show. I'm looking for some more Commanders and Giants subscribers to be a part of the Zoom Mailhead Zoom crew. The Zoom crew. I need more Giants and Commandos because we're going to start a show every Wednesday where I'm going to open up the first half hour of the show with one Giant content creator, one Giant voice of the Giants, one voice of the Commandos. We'll get a voice of the Eagles. If it's Eagle Drew, God help us. If it's Rob A, that's a lot better as far as not making me cry. And obviously we got plenty of Dallas. I'll rotate the Dallas in before I open up to everybody after. Maybe I'll do the first hour, depending. I will play it by ear and then let all the others Zoom crew in for the balance of the show. Wednesday nights is going to be hopping for Game Time Brian starting this Wednesday. I'm going to get a hold of Momo, get a hold of Drew, maybe get a hold of Walker Wade, and we'll go from there. Maybe, obviously, we only got one guy for the Giants. Jesse's it. And Jesse, you need to bring it, brother. You're a little soft. Pause. All right, late.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.